Remember, we started our tour in Nairobi excursions. Nairobi excursions, we started with a breakfast, and then after we go to the Elephant Sheldrick Center, the baby orphanage center for baby rhino. Do you remember Raha? And many elephants we saw there, more than maybe 30, 35 elephants. They were rescued from the different places all over the Kenya in the national park due to the poaching, due to the hunger, due to the predation. Like the predators, they just come, they attack the mother died. Others, the poachers, they were shooting like the elephant, killing the mother and leave the baby suffering. But that's a very good place to go, and we visited there and we saw a lot. And I'm glad that some people here, they just adopt few elephants there and they still keep like a donate to them. I would like to say thank you so much. I really appreciate on that. And please be a good ambassador for those elephants. We take care for them once you go back home. And don't hesitate to come back again next year to see how the baby elephant goes. Okay? So you have to promise me, and I'll write all the names of the people who come back next year for safari, and that will be a good promise for me. So after doing this Sheldrick Center, we go to the lunch at the Karen Blixen Garden. You remember the lunch was good there? And then after lunch, we went to Karen Blixen Museum. That's a very good place for the history of the Karen Blixen Museum. And then after, we go to interact with the giraffe center. It was good to feed the pellets giraffe. It was crowded because I know now it's a busy season in the year, so everyone wants to go to see that unique things. And then finally, we go to the Gazuri beads. Kazuri, that's the Kobe beads. They changed the name, but before it was called Kazuri beads, and now it's Kobe. That's the group we used to take a lot of groups before for many, many years, and not only collect with overseas and other groups I used to work before with them. So that was a great day, and finally we can say a day, and everything was perfect. And the second day of our tour, it was 13 August. That's the day we drove from Nairobi to Amboseli National Park. It was a busy, busy road. If you remember, a lot of trucks. We are driving through the trucks. They come from Mombasa Port, come to Nairobi substation of the Mombasa Port. It was a very, very busy, but fortunately we managed to finish that busy area, and then we stopped in one of the shopping center there, local, and everyone was happy with the big smiles. And then after we boarded in the vehicle again, we drove to the camp. It was about 1 hour and a half. We reached the camp, and that's the place we had lunch, hot lunch, and then afternoon we go out again to interact with the Kenyan culture, which it was Maasai. Do you remember the Maasai people? They jump high, and we got one Maasai, I think. You are the one who jumped, and another one who jumped. We got
Girl danced.
oh, and girl dance, yes, yes, Donna. Yeah, we get some few white Maasai there, and it was really good. You got some few white Maasai there, and some they get more husband, and some they get more wives. So be careful, that's trouble happening again.
Wow.
And then we did that tour. It was very good. Did you enjoy the tour?
Yes.
It was really good.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. How about the houses inside? Did you experience, if you live in an air conditioning house in the United States, a nice balcony with a nice view, did you go inside? A nice bed, 7 feet with a light everywhere, and the people sleeping in the wooden bed with a skull of skin with no any comfort there, and the people sleeping the whole night till tomorrow morning. Can you try there maybe one night?
No.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, their way of life. was
The
wonderful.
way of life. And those people, they are very, very happy. And if you try to tell them, let's go to America to stay in a nice big hotel, they'll say, no, we are unhappy for that. So that's a life they used to grow up. They grew up there, and they stay there for the ancestors, and ancestors, they have to stay in such life. So they are happy. No problem for them. And then we finished tour there. We went back to the hotel. We do tree planting. Thank you so much. that was a great idea for us to do this, something like a tree planting. It's a good place for you to plant a tree because Mount Kilimanjaro is going to be on danger. A danger of losing the snow, the glacier on top of Mount Kilimanjaro due to the global warming now. We have a global warming, excess of heat in the world due to the ozone layer having a damage due to the human activities going on in the world. We have nuclear things, bombs, whenever. That is going to destroy the ozone layer, and then we can get the direct sunburn coming to the world, and it can cause too much heat, excess of heat, to compare with many, many years ago. It has very, very nice weather. But now we are saying that Mount Kilimanjaro is going to lose its snow in 2030, and the mountain will remain with no snow. If we didn't take a quick action of planting the trees surrounding the Mount Kilimanjaro, though still you have a problem of rain shadow due to the wind from east to west. So the Mount Kilimanjaro in the other side, the place I come from, is a forest, very green, and that throughout the year. That is due to the moisture from the Indian Ocean. But in other side of Mount Kilimanjaro, which it was Amboseli, that's a rain shadow, it's quite dry. Sometimes they can go the whole year with no rain, nothing there, it's dust. Animals are dying in Amboseli National Park, wild animals. Like last year in 2022, it was terrible. We go through the lack of rain, and many animals died in Amboseli National Park. Maasai cows, 1,000 of cows dying naturally in the bush due to the drought. It was a severe drought in Amboseli, but after having rain last year, it comes back to green and animals surviving again. So that's the problem we got in Amboseli. And then after tree planting, I think we do dinner and overnight, and then we call it a day. And the next day, which it was 4th of August, that was a full safari in Amboseli National Park. I think we saw a lot. I forget everything we saw. Can you remind me what we saw in Amboseli?
First thing we saw were the elephants crossing the road.
Thank you. Good memory.
But that was the next day.
That was next day.
I remember
Yes.
the marked charge right at us.
The elephant.
The elephant.
Thank you, Donna. And so many animals, elephants, big heads crossing to us, zebras. How about hippos? Hippos was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just outside the water, in the water. How about the hiking the Little Kilimanjaro for lunch, picnic lunch? Many of them will have to give you a certificate to climb that Little Kilimanjaro. You did a great job. Thank you so much. Some, they decided to have like a halfway to go to Kilimanjaro, but you have to get a half certificate also. Not like you'll go for nothing, okay? And then that was a great day. We saw a lot of animals in the scenery. The drivers was good. They did a great job. Ben and others, Rajab, they are doing the great job for us. And then finally we finish a day, and we call it a day. And then another day, which was 15th of August, that's a day we drove from Amboseli to Karatu. And that's a day, girl, she saw mother cheetah with 5 cubs. It was morning time. And we saw that mother cheetah chase. We saw the chase.
Yeah.
That's a very great memory, if you remember. And
Videos.
videos. Mount Kilimanjaro, dramatic view of the Mount Kilimanjaro, don't forget it. We saw a very nice Mount Kilimanjaro, and you are lucky to see the mountain in this time in a year. Normally, we can't see the mountain from June, July to August. No mountain. It's covered by clouds morning to morning next day. No
No
time.
one arranged it.
I think that someone do a magic thing there to see the mountain. So because you are the lucky group, actually that's why it was successful for us. So the mountain is a very shy mountain. But from September, October, November, it's open because it's the end of winter for us. So the winter season for us is June, July, and mid-August. Goes very close to September, that's the winter. So now it's end of winter, we are heading to summertime, which will be hot in some places. Okay, so that was a great day, and that's the day we go to the border. We drove to the border, we arrived there on time, and I'm glad that I did a quick check-in, check out Kenya and check in Tanzania. It was a great day before the big buses come. And then soon after finishing, it was full. that area. Many groups, many big buses coming, and we were lucky and we were on time to drive from the border to Arusha, and then Arusha, we visited Shanga. Do you remember the Shanga? The place of disabled people.
Yes, yes.
We say that they are not disabled, they do something from the Paul. Do you remember your guide, Paul? They said never call them disabled, call them they're able because they do something. Different abilities. That's the different abilities because they make a lot of like a recycling, some bottles and everything, glasses, glass blow, and they make a lot of nice stuff. And it was really good. Some people, you support them to buy something there, which is good because the money goes to the society and they help them for 100%. So thank you so much for that day. And then after the lunch, how was the lunch at the Arusha Coffee Lodge?
That's a beautiful garden.
Beautiful garden. So after dropping you there, and once you were in the factory looking those different abilities, I jumped like a dick to go to find that nice table because that day it was a full day and we were very, very close to get like an open area with no shade and trees and everything, but I just quick go there and find a nice table and make it reserved for you. And after I was like relaxing, and you come there and then you had a very nice lunch, enjoying, relaxing under the shade, and it was perfect day. And then after we done with lunch there, and then we starting to drive to Karatu Country Lodge. It was 3 hours of driving, and if you remember, we stopped at one of the Galleria, the place we stopped yesterday for Happy Place, and then after we enter there, and then we spent a night there, and it was really good. Everyone was exhausted that day. There was no talk. That's a dinner, shower, and overnight. And then how about the day we go to the Ngorongoro crater? Did you remember that day?
Yes.
How it
Vividly.
was? It was perfect day, is it? We saw a lot. We can't count all those. It's a lot of animals there and unique formation of the Ngorongoro crater, all this kind of eruption for many years. It was really good, okay? And then we did the Ngorongoro crater, we finished, and then we drove back to the country lodge. And then day 17, that's the day we started from Karatu to Serengeti. It was 17th of August. Karatu to Serengeti. That's the day we really go to experience with African massage road. Because I was talking about massage, but many people, they didn't understand the kind of massage. But that's the day people, they really get a good experience of Africa. African massage road. So the drivers were very nice, they were very good. They did a great job. They drive very nicely in those roads. They are trying to smoothen the massage until we arrived in Serengeti National Park. And we were welcomed by what? Do you remember? After enter the park.
Oh. Lions.
Yes.
Lions drinking.
Yes. We were welcomed by the lions. We saw a big pride of land before the lion drinking. We saw a pride of our mother, other than blood. They come out from the hole and in and out, in and out. They are so good. And they jumped in there and everything was perfect. And then finally, we just drive like another half a mile. We find 3 brothers lions walking together and
That was amazing.
perfect. That's a good memory. You guys, you are like an elephant. You have a very good memory.
Not me.
Thank you so much. And then drinking lion there. You see the big male lion drinking together. And then after, we still keep driving and we find 1 cheetah under the tree on the left side. And then after a few miles again, we find another cheetah again under the tree. So we saw 2 cheetahs on that day. They were just along the road. And then the lions and other animals. So it was a great day. And then after, we arrived to the camp for lunch. And then after lunch, we go out again for the evening safari, which is a day we go to pet the hippos in the hippopole. If you remember, we pet them, and then everything was perfect. And then another day, it was 18th of August. That was a full day game drive in Serengeti, and that's the day I drove much far eastern part away from the center part, and we saw a lot. We saw a lot. I can't remember everything we saw there, but it was amazing. And then the next day, which was 19 August, that was a chance for the people to have a balloon ride. For the people who go to the balloon ride, 6 people, I think, what experience you get. It's an amazing experience. I think you saw amazing things in the balloon ride. So if you go back home again, tell some people you have the balloon ride in the middle of nowhere. That's an amazing experience.
You were asking for what we remember.
Yes. So
she
thank
set-
you so
she
much
set
for
the
that.
balloon,
Mhm.
and she said, "Get your cameras ready." And I watched Gail hold her camera steady while she turned the whole balloon 360 miles around. I
Around.
would so want to see that.
Exactly.
That was for you, Gail.
Also the unique pilots, experienced pilots for the balloons.
Oh, she was
Wonderful,
amazing.
wonderful pilots.
Yeah.
Oh, she was amazing.
And then after balloon, we just come for hot lunch at the camp, and then we go for the evening safari again, where we saw many lands. We saw the lands with the kill of Cape Buffalo, the cubs jumping there, big male also. We saw the big male eating the big buffalo there
Yeah.
along the road. So I can say this was a successful safari in Serengeti for 100%. Sometimes I used to go there with a collect group. We can see very few things, but still class they're happy and they clap to me. But for you, I break the record for sure. For you, I break the record.
Yes,
Even
yes,
for
yes,
me,
yes. Serengeti was amazing.
it was wow. And I was talking with the drivers. I said, "This guy, they are so lucky. How this happening?" And that's because of all things like the plan. I have where to go, and finally we were successful to see all those things. And then the day to Lake Eyasi, that's the day we drove in American Massage again. That was 20 of August. We drove from Serengeti to Country Lodge. No, Country Lodge for lunch first.
Right, right.
And then we stopped at the Country Lodge for lunch. We have a good lunch, cup of coffee. We board in the vehicle again. We go to Lake Eyasi Safari Lodge, which was perfect day, good day. And some people, they decided to go to the nature walk in the shore of the Lake Eyasi. We stretch very well. We find more room for dinner. And then when we come back, we have a big dinner again. So it was really good. And then we call it a day because we overnight there. And then the next day we go to the Hazabe experience. Do you remember the Hazabe experience?
Yeah.
How it was for the people who go for hunting?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Perfect.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy? We shoot some
Yes.
few birds, and that's because we didn't go far away due to the many people that like, oh, Alfred, let's go a little bit short and come back. Sometimes you have to walk for 2 hours to 3 hours.
Yes.
Walk, like 1.5 go, 1.5 come. We have to walk for 6 to 7 miles.
We walked 6.
We walk 6 miles?
I think so.
Yeah, like
An hour
6.
and a half one way and an hour and a half one.
Really? We do that? I thought maybe it was less, but at least we can go much further, up to 80 miles. Yeah, we can go even much further, up to 10 miles if we are all strong. But I'm glad that we got a kill quickly, and then we come back, we do barbecue in the bush. It was amazing. For the people who went to the gathering, I hope you really enjoy
Yes.
Yes.
gathering. The
Yes.
fruits, the women digging down the tuber roots. Perfect. So you can see everybody enjoy the culture.
Yes.
Yes.
And then bow and arrows.
Yes.
We were the hunters.
And we had
And
the Vic.
Vic, he was a winner on that day. Can we clap for him? In my all collect groups, I went there more than 20 collect groups. Nobody get that shot. It's only Vic. So I have to put in a collect world record. I have to mention in my report there. So thank you so much. That was amazing shot, and we get this. Thank you so much. It was great. So you'll stay in Hazabe. I have to take you there. I think you'll kill a lot.
He's a warrior now.
Look out, Marcia.
Okay, and how about the blacksmiths? You remember the blacksmith tribe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Datoga.
And we all have
Yes, some people that have a very good bracelets and everything. Perfect. That's a good memory of
Yes.
Africa, especially Tanzania, Kenya and Tanzania. Safari. And then after Onions Farm was unique also. To see the Onions Farm of people, what they do.
Willie's family.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the family,
Two guides were wonderful, Willie and
Willie and the Kwarda.
Quada.
Kwarda.
They were wonderful.
Yes, so much. And then that's what we call it today. And then we're heading back to the camp for dinner and overnight. And then yesterday, it was a great day also for us to start from Lake Eyasi to the Galleria, the place we stopped for tour, Tanzanite tour, airborne wood carving trees. Many people, they really like to shop there, big shopping. And then after we board for lunch. How was the lunch yesterday? Did you enjoy the lunch yesterday?
That was the best.
Perfect. Barbecue, chicken barbecue. Yes, chips ugali, the corn French fries, whatever. A lot of things, something different,
Yes.
which we got yesterday, and everyone really enjoyed the day yesterday. And perfect. And Bob drink.
Yeah.
Yes, Vic, he get a glass of Bob drink, and today it's a juice. It was a juice there. You see the Baobab tree we saw today?
Oh,
It has fruits which can make a very good juice.
Oh,
where was
wow.
that?
Baobab. It was in
Yeah,
the
we
Galleria
haven't. We
yesterday.
didn't.
Yesterday
At the Galleria.
at the Galleria
Galleria.
for lunch.
Oh,
There were several drinks, and there is like
sampled everything, so I must have drank it.
attendants who are trying to ask you what you want for drinks and everything. So was everything there, and everything was perfect. Okay, and then after we have a lunch, and then starting to drive here, and then we arrived here evening after making a tour, short tour at Tarangire National Park, and we were successful. Just 2 hours tour, but we saw like a full day tour yesterday. Giraffe, zebras, lions, elephants, whatever. So it was amazing tour. Just 2 hours, but we break the record. We cover everything like in the park. And then today, that's our last day for safari, which is sad day for me, because I want to stay with you here in Africa forever. And you can spot animals, help me to do a great job, and then finally we can stay here. So we have a big area to cover all this. You can stay somewhere, building your house somewhere, like here, to have a great view of the lake there, of which it's perfect. So today it was a great day also. We saw a few elephants, leopard, 3 leopard in safari, not normal.
Yeah, but they didn't get out of the trees.
Do you know what last safari, no leopard,
Oh.
15 days,
And we've seen 3.
and we see 3. So we have to clap for that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And tomorrow, that's a day which will go to Arusha. So before, to give you a short brief about tomorrow's Arusha, what time we leave and our schedule flight.